Looks like we're heading to a ready-made diversion. And so we're back again, Universal Orlando Resort. I want to say 3 weeks in a row now. There are some new things since the last time that we were here a week ago that we wanted to check out. I'm going to take a little walk around. Also, just like Bon Jovi said back in the day, it's 99 in the shade. First thing we want to check out on City Walk is that the walls are down on the old retro store, which is now the Epic Universe Preview Center. The Preview Center itself is not open yet, but they have video rolling on the board up above. Celestial Park. And we're going in. This will open soon, and you can see there's all kinds of merchandise goodies in here. And there's also an app already, so Epic Universe Preview Center app, that once you're in the store you'll be able to use some VR technology, be able to look at some of the places, you'll be able to look at the different lands within the park, give you a feel of what's in there. And you've got merchandise out here from the different hubs as well. A little Super Nintendo, How to Train Your Dragon. And you're able to see in this other window some generic Epic Universe merch, but more importantly, on the right side, merchandise for the Dark Universe. And then right outside the store, you have check in here for a media event. That's not us. Also, if you're looking to download that Preview Center app, you can do so right here by scanning that QR code. As we make our way over to Islands of Adventure. I can remember when this wasn't here yet either. Somehow, 30 years go by in a blink of an eye. I'm not sure how many folks have seen this gate in all its glory, but it shows all of the hubs of the different lands and islands. Got Toon Lagoon up there and Harry Potter. The port of entry right here. Lost Continent. It's an appropriate name for that land at this point. And Seuss. Alright, we're starting in Islands of Adventure today because we want to go check out the revamped boutique. And while I ponder the fact that the Preview Center store has a media day, I am literally walking to the back of this park to go check out yet another store. And 2 weeks ago, the reason why we were here was another store. So we no longer care about actual attractions. We just care about stores. Oh dear. Cat in the Hat has walls around it. The fire is lit. There is a new pope. It's basically stores and places to eat in the Lost Continent now. Everything else, gone. And here is our destination. All Hallows Eve, Monster Hideaway. We reached the point for this summer store where they are showcasing Halloween Horror Nights merch, including a newly released shirt for the house that was announced this week, Quiet Place. This will be the title IP for Halloween Horror Nights 33 and shared between Universal Orlando and Universal Hollywood. We have mugs as well. And you've got the existing Halloween Horror Nights merch here too. And monster stuff. And tiki. A surprising amount of tiki. At the Laguna Lounge. what's good around here. We got the theming all the way down to the sticks and the matchbooks. Coasters as well. Here's a better look at the menu. Got some candles, shirts, and we've got tiki mugs on display. We've got a Dr. Barbecue mug here. They are out of business, sadly. And we have this mug at home too. I love it. Perhaps the best mug of all. It'll give you a little boo. That's really fun. Sitting in the corner. I love the staging that is not just him, it's also the totems, like the Easter Island guys behind him. And we've got some other tiki stuff hanging up on the walls.
Is there a way for you to put him here?
You could still buy the tiki mugs here, $40. They have a new creature poster for sale. Even behind the register, all kinds of tiki goodness. Alright, I guess that's a wrap inside the boutique. We've got character meets happening out here. Also new over the last week is this butterbeer cart with butterbeer gummies inside. $44 if you like Harry Potter and candy. I'm gonna walk over to the studio side, check out some new exciting goodness that's outside of the tribute store. And we have arrived at the promised land. Selfie station. Back at studios during ordinary time. So I want to point out two things that Universal is really big on lately. One is folks looking to try to take surveys of things, like this woman right up ahead. And the other is Universal trying to sell you credit cards. We purchased a refillable drink because it is ungodly like outside, and as par for the course, when it gets hot out here, there's no ice in any of the machines. So instead of having folks filling up ice in the machines, we have folks outside hawking credit cards. And they're literally everywhere, so they're even in the hub right when you get through security. They want you to get a credit card. Ice? 100 degrees. You can deal with that. The mystery machine is missing. It's a mystery. Where could it have gone? Marge Simpson out here meeting fans, but this is why we made our way over to this park. Folks may remember this phone booth from Bill and Ted. And we are filming this today on June 9th, which is officially Bill and Ted Day. This would be the day that Bill and Ted would be taking their final exams. And you can see we have some goodies in here too that we've brought back from the past. Now this is the phone booth that was used in the Bill and Ted Halloween show at Halloween Horror Nights, year after year. The fact that this phone booth has emerged out of thin air this week has led to a lot of speculation for Halloween Horror Nights. Could the Bill and Ted show come back this year? Or
Could we have like Bill and Ted like David S. Pumpkins last year? That would be
thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
For those not familiar, last year David S. Pumpkins was basically the MVP of the event and doing meet and greets at a special Peacock bar all night long, stayed in character. Could we have Bill and Ted come back?
That would be awesome.
Also added to the tribute store outside, you have a copy of Gerg's Alien Adventure for home use, similar to the E.T. Adventure box for the 2600. You have a business card here for Louis Tully, Ghostbusters fame. And so, Ghostbusters coming soon. And so I was expecting Ghostbusters to be the lead IP for Halloween Horror Nights this year. I figured yesterday, which was Ghostbusters Day, the 40th anniversary of Ghostbusters, would have been the perfect time to announce that Ghostbusters house. It didn't happen. And it hasn't happened yet. It will happen. And it won't be the title IP, because we had a different IP announced this week as their lead IP that is shared between Orlando and Hollywood, which has drawn some really big mixed reactions. And that IP is A Quiet Place. Halloween Horror Nights house will be based off of the first two movies, even though there is a brand new movie coming out which basically explains how these creatures came to be. That won't be included. Instead, it'll be Quiet Place 1 and 2. In the press announcement, they did say that the actors inside will be trying to keep it quiet, and they'll actually be learning American Sign Language to be able to communicate with each other through the maze.
There might be light triggers.
Well, I'm imagining that there might be a couple of screw-ups, because we need a couple of monster appearances. But I'm looking forward to this. If there's one IP that's been not used over the last few years that I think can make a really banger of a house, it's this. As Mary's saying, you never know if people are going through and they scream, what might happen? You might cough like that guy who was just in the background. I genuinely think this is going to be one of the best IP houses that we've seen in some time. We'll see. The other remnants of the prior releases for Halloween Horror Nights merch are still out, also being sold. I bought this shirt a couple of weeks ago. For those that don't know, the shirts that are out for preview generally don't get sold during the event. So if you do like any of these designs, you should probably snap them up online or in store, including the shirt for A Quiet Place. My thought is they'll likely have other merch during the event. This is what happened with Last of Us last year, where stuff just sold out and then it wasn't back in the store. So one other last tidbit of news that popped up for Halloween Horror Nights over the weekend. Universal pushed out news in like their event extras information around Halloween Horror Nights that has to do more about what'll be available at the hotels. So they said that they'll have hotel themed bars and or just theming in the lobbies altogether, and special drinks and foods and things like that. I don't think it's anything new that they've not done in years past. It started at Cabana Bay and then it kind of branched out into the other hotels as well. I would say the other hotels kind of lacking for the most PC word, because we stayed at Ventura last year. It was like a cardboard cutout in our hotel lobby. It wasn't really anything to write home about. Maybe this year they improve it.
I don't even know if they had a drink.
Yeah, there's like drinks and cupcakes or bites and things that they've had. But nothing really significant to get excited about. Cabana Bay has had a couple of signature drinks and really the most theming out of any of the hotels in years past.
I think because everybody's
Yeah, and for the most part, Cabana Bay's cheaper this year than the other hotels as well, including, I want to say, Surfside. But overall, nothing to write home about, certainly nothing to get really excited about, but it is something extra when you want to take that Halloween Horror Nights pregame to another level, or after the event you come back, have a beverage or 10 before you retire for the night. And on that note, Universal, we're getting out of here. Thanks a lot for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes, comments, and subscriptions. By the way, the preview center, there should be all kinds of media stuff up by the time that you're watching this video, so try to check out Inside Universal or Alicia Stella. Both of their stuff is awesome as far as coverage goes for the park, and they'll have more scoop than I would ever have. So check them out. For now, thanks a lot for coming along. See you guys.